Can we please get a table somewhere quieter? The words came sharp and low, almost like a warning. Vanessa Kingsley didn't look up from her phone as she spoke. She didn't need to. Her tone said everything. She was used to being obeyed. The hostess at the five-star Azure Sky Resort hesitated. Is there something wrong with the table, ma'am? Vanessa finally lifted her eyes and nodded subtly toward the grand piano in the center of the lounge. There's a child there, with braces. This is supposed to be a luxury experience. The hostess blinked. That's our guest's daughter, ma'am. She's just waiting while the parents check in. Vanessa sighed. Fine. But I don't want my daughter getting distracted. Beside her sat Mila, Vanessa's 7-year-old daughter. A delicate, brilliant child with warm brown eyes and twisted strawberry blonde curls, and a walker that always seemed to draw more attention than her smile. Mila had cerebral palsy, and Vanessa, billionaire tech mogul and single mother, did everything in her power to make sure that never became a thing. She didn't want pity, or stares, or scenes. Everything in Vanessa's world had to run smoothly. And yet, as they were seated, Mila's eyes stayed locked on the piano, and the black waiter standing beside it. Hi there. Can I take your order? The voice was warm, confident, different from the usual stiff politeness of high-end restaurant staff. Vanessa looked up. The man standing beside their table was in his early 30s. Dark skin, kind eyes, clean cut, with a calm presence that was almost unsettling in such a high-pressure resort. He smiled down at Mila. Would you like to order first? Vanessa opened her mouth to speak for her daughter, as usual, but the waiter gently held up a hand. If that's okay with Mom. No rus. Mila blinked in surprise. I want the strawberry waffles. He nodded. Great choice. Syrup on the side or on top? Side, please. Vanessa was stunned. Most servers rushed Mila, or ignored her completely. Not this one. The waiter gave a tiny wink and added, My name's Jordan, by the way. If you need anything, napkins, more syrup, or just a piano buddy, I'm your guy. Mila giggled. Vanessa frowned. She wasn't used to this, and she didn't like being caught off guard. As they ate, Vanessa kept glancing toward Jordan. He moved with patience, grace, not just with Mila, but with every guest. But it was Mila he returned to most often. Would you like help getting to the piano after brunch? He asked gently. Mila looked up at her mom. Vanessa hesitated. I don't know if it's a good idea. Please, Mila begged. I'll be careful. Jordan said nothing. He just stood still, allowing Vanessa to make the call. Finally, she exhaled. Okay, but 10 minutes. Jordan beamed. We've got ourselves a deal. Inside the piano lounge, sunlight streamed through tall glass windows. The piano sat like a throne, intimidating, elegant, silent. Jordan helped Mila onto the bench, her leg braces making soft clinks against the floor. He didn't do it for her, just stabilized her as she climbed up herself. Mila tapped a few notes. Hesitant. Off-key. Jordan crouched beside her. You don't have to be perfect. Just honest. She smiled and played again. This time it was messy, but musical. Behind them, Vanessa stood frozen. No one had ever encouraged Mila like this before. No one had ever trusted her this much. Especially not Vanessa. That evening, as Vanessa sat in the hotel lobby waiting for the car service, Mila wheeled beside her, chattering excitedly about the piano and Jordan and how cool it felt to play without someone watching over my shoulder. Vanessa barely listened. She was too deep in thought. She had spent years protecting her daughter from struggle, from judgment, from disappointment. But had she also been protecting her from growth? From freedom? Jordan appeared by the front door, carrying takeout orders for guests. He nodded politely. Vanessa waved him over. Can I ask you something? She said quietly. Of course. You're very good with children. Do you work in child services? Or? He chuckled. No. My sister, Lena, has spina bifida. Grew up with a walker like Mila's. I just learned how to be there when she needed it, and step back when she didn't. Vanessa blinked. That concept, stepping back, was terrifying. Jordan added, Kids like Mila don't need someone to carry them. They need someone to make space. His words hit her like a punch. Later that night, Vanessa watched old videos on her phone. Mila, as a toddler, learning to take her first steps, struggling, falling, smiling through it. And Vanessa, always just out of frame, guiding every move. She realized now she'd been in the way. With tears in her eyes, she whispered, "I didn't give her room to lead." The next morning, Vanessa requested brunch in the lounge again. But this time, she brought something new. Sheet music Mila had been scribbling on since they got back to their room. When Jordan arrived, he smiled. "Back for round two?" Vanessa smiled back. "She wants to show you something." Mila pulled out the paper. "It's my song." Jordan looked over the notes. "This is beautiful. You'll play it with me?" she asked. He shook his head. "No, you'll lead. I'll follow." She lit up. Vanessa sat in the corner, hands folded, silent. Not with control, but with pride. As Mila played, stumbling, pausing, laughing, Jordan matched her pace, his chords soft beneath hers. The music wasn't polished, but it was full of something more powerful. Joy, freedom, belief. And in that moment, Vanessa didn't see a child who needed help. She saw a leader, her daughter, her equal, her guide. Sometimes it takes a stranger's kindness to show a mother the truth, that the greatest gift we can give our children is the chance to rise.